Hello students. Today we are going to learn the next topic in the chapter 2, that is bedding and the current bedding. Let us see what do you mean by bedding and what do you mean by current bedding. First we have to know what is cross bending. What do you mean by cross bending? The layers which are lying one above other and which are not parallel to each other. These are regular or inclined relationship. They have irregular or inclined relationship. And also they are deposition in shallow waters. Let me repeat. These are irregular and they have what is the relationship? They have inclined relationships. They are irregular in nature or they have inclined relationship. Also they are deposition in the shallow waters. Deposition where it is formed, where it is seen in the shallow waters. Also one more thing, the stream which is suffers repeated changes in the direction of flow is nothing but the false bedding or the current bedding. It is known as false bedding, is also sometimes known as current bedding. Types of false bedding. Let us see how many types of false bedding are there and what are they. There are three types. The first one is tubular, the second one is lenticular, and the third one is wedge shaped. Coming to the first one, it is tabular. Let us see what do you mean by tabular. The top and bottom surfaces of the deposits are parallel and intervening layers are inclined to each other. In tabular, what happens? Top and bottom surfaces of the deposits are parallel to each other. Also, intervening layers are inclined to each other. Intervening layers are inclined to each other. Coming to the next type, that is lenticular. The second one is lenticular. Here what happens is all the layers will show extreme irregularity in the shape and deposition. Also the individual layers which are intersected by many others will be lying at the different levels. Let me repeat, in the lenticular all the layers will show extreme irregularity. Also in shape and deposition. Coming to the individual layers, they are also intersected by many other lying at different levels. Like this level is intersected by this level also. They are not intersected only at one level. So individual layers may be intersected by many other layers lying at the different levels. Coming to the third type, that is wedge shape. I repeat, it is wedge shaped. What do you mean by wedge shape? It bears the sets of parallel layers accordingly and it also sets the angular relationships. It generally appears like interwoven edges in vertical cross section. I repeat, it bears sets of parallel layers and they have angular relationships. Also, how does it appear? It appears like interwoven edges. It appears like interwoven edges when it is seen from the vertical cross section. Seen vertical cross section. So there are three important types: tabular, lenticular, and wedge shape. So this is how the lenticular cross bending looks like. See how does it look? This is a variety of how does it. The deposits are irregular in shape, and they are intersected by different other layers which are not in this same layer or same height or position. This is wedge shaped cross section. The wedge shapes are nothing but the parallel layers and they have angular relationship. These are the parallel layers and also they will be having some angular relationships. This is the best example of wedge shaped cross bending. Coming to the graded bending, what do you mean by graded bending? It is nothing but the component sediment in each layer which appear characteristically sorted and well arranged according to the grain size, coarsest at the bottom and the finest at the top. See how it looks. The size of the grain goes on decreasing. The coarsest is at the bottom and the finest is at the top. Also, the results in sedimentation in standing water by gravitation, setting or subsequent landslides or submarine earthquakes are formed by this graded bedding. I repeat, it results in sedimentation, result of sedimentation in standing water by gravities or gravitative setting or subaqueous landslides or subaqueous landslides that are half in land and half on the water, half in the water. Subaqueous landslides or submarine earthquakes, that is earthquakes which are occurring underneath the water surface, or submarine earthquakes. These are all the results of the graded bedding. Important point is coarsest at the bottom and the finest at the top. Thank you.